Hey, chat. Good Friday. Happy Friday to you all. Give me just a few more minutes. I had something with some code changes that I'm doing at work that I'm addressing real quick, and I want to get them addressed and sorted out before I fully start streaming, so that they could potentially be reviewed while I'm streaming, kind of thing. So give me just a few more minutes, and we'll get started. Thanks for being here, you early birds. Appreciate you. All right, folks. We can get started now. Finished that last work item that I just needed to get done before stream. Excuse me. Let's pause the music there, Jim. Yep, good job, good job. You're on it. I see you're on it. You're on it. Good stuff, Jimbo. All right, folks, we're going to do a little still modified intro dance because yet again, another week has gone by and I have not completed reconfiguring my office and desk. So we're just going to have to deal with it. Wait, you actually do work on Friday? I just sit here looking pretty. Yeah, Frackberg. Yeah, yes. Yes, sir. Especially when I've been sick, trying to catch up on stuff. So, but I'll get into the details on some of that. Nafron, good to see you. And I thought I saw Rugmat earlier. Yep, Rugmat, good to see you as well. Thank you all for being the early birds and joining me here. We're going to get started right meow. Dance cam. Engage. Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a way to start. that took quite a bit of energy out of me. All right, so as I kind of mentioned at the beginning there, I've been sick, sick. I had a stomach virus Tuesday night going into Wednesday, and it's really taken a toll on me. And this year has been the most I've been sick in such a short period of time. I had a flu in January. Then just like last month, I want to say I'm pretty sure it was last month. It was like the end of March-ish, something like that, or mid-March. I had some type of viral infection in general. Then now I had this stomach virus. And I'm going to blame it all on the kids. It's all the kids' fault. It really is it's definitely the kid this time, because my youngest, the baby, she had a stomach virus Saturday into this weekend. It was like Saturday into Sunday or Sunday. I keep forgetting, mixing up the days. But it was this weekend. And then a few days later, I got it. And Tuesday night, or Tuesday evening, really, rather, everything, like all during the day, I was fine, normal. And then as the evening came along, that's when I started getting this like knot in the upper part of my stomach, like right around here ish, just below like the chest plate, sternum, and I was like, oh, maybe it's just something I ate, it's no big deal. And my wife was like, no, you probably got the stomach virus that the baby had. And I was like, no way. Why would I get that? I was just around her and cleaning up her vomit and stuff, so there's no reason why I would get that. Duh. So, and then, boom, overnight on Tuesday, just vomited 4 times. By the third and fourth time, I was like, I have nothing to throw up. Why is my body doing this to me? And it was just because I was drinking like a little bit of water, and that little bit of water wanted to come up. Disgusting, gross, TMI. I don't know, but that's how I am here, huh? Share too much. So that's what happened. And then since then, so Wednesday, it was like I didn't get a lot of sleep, and I was just feeling really cruddy, and I stayed in bed all day and slept a lot during the day, and then had a good night's sleep Wednesday into yesterday, Thursday, and all has been on the up and up, getting better, but not quite 100%. Like, I've noticed as I've gotten older, it takes longer for me to recover now than in the past, because I've had stomach viruses before. I've had it maybe once or twice before in my life, and there's like, usually they last just the 24 hours, but there's like residual effects of just energy, and like when I take a deep breath, I feel achiness in my chest and everything. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with me? I'm getting old or something? I don't know. So that's what's going on there. But on the positive side, I'm glad to be on the mend. The baby's feeling much better too. So that's both my wins right there, to be feeling better now and getting back into work, getting back into the normal routine. So those are my wins. And as you all know, we start off the Clarkio Shenanigans Show every Friday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on twitch.tv/Clarkio or youtube.com/Clarkio. The Clarkio Shenanigans Show. We start off with wins of the week. If you don't know what that is, there's a chat command you can use, !WOTW, or for a better way of understanding why you do wins, you can watch The Wizard of Stoke. Is that not working? Oh, of course it's not working, because I don't have those other bots running right now. Hold on. Pause chat. Take a sip. I've been drinking tea. I haven't had coffee in 3 days now, which is an okay thing. I like to take breaks every now and then, but it's been a struggle to most recently to take a break and not be too hooked on the caffeine, the coffee in general. All right, let's try wins now. It should work. It should work. Where's my Wizard of Stoke? Wins. Yes, Roy, you just missed the dance. Although it's been a modified dance, since I'm still in a state of flux with my office and desk setup. Wires are everywhere. It's a bit messy, so you didn't miss out on too much. But yeah, so I haven't had coffee in a while, but I've been drinking tea, which has been a nice alternative. So yeah, what's your wins of the week? Get them going. I don't know why the wins command is not working. Wins. There it is. It just took a bit for the bot to spin up. There's the video for that if you want to check that out. You're thankful for being here. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for being here as well. I'm thankful that you're here. Because it's WOTW and wins, right? So I have the wins set up to share the Wizard of Stoke TikTok video that talks about Freud and Freuda. You're going back to sleep? Okay. Enjoy your nap. Excuse me. Ooh, coffee sounds good. I haven't had any since I came to my mom's to help out. Excuse me. See, like, I don't know what's going on with me, with her husband. I haven't, the other thing is I haven't had, and I'll get to that in a second. I appreciate your message there, Frackberg. I haven't had, just to close out this thought, I haven't had a full, I had a full meal last night. Was my first full meal since Tuesday night. So like I had no appetite either. I was like on a liquid diet, and not like a good kind of liquid diet. Well, technically a good kind of liquid diet, but not the liquid diet you might be thinking, those of you that have adult beverages. But just water and like apple juice is what I was consuming, and then I had a little bit of bread and butter over the course of like Tuesday into Thursday evening. But then Thursday evening, my wife went and grabbed me some delicious soup. And man, you know what this is? I don't know if she might overhear me saying this now, but like I just want to give a shout out to her, Mrs. Clarkio. Just like super human being all around. Because I know, and I felt so guilty. Like whenever I get sick, I feel so bad, and I try to like muster up energy, and I'll like do dishes or something to like just take at least one thing off the other parent's plate, knowing that there's a lot on their plate when one of us is down. And she's just a rock star, and so I just want to give a special shout out to her. I love her very dearly, and I'm super grateful for her. And yeah, so quick little shout out there. Check out Mrs. you did shout out Mrs. Clark like that, and it thought it was the shout out command for allowing you to spend your Fridays with us. Yeah, she works from home on Mondays and Fridays too, so she does indeed enable that for you along with my job. So special shout out to Sneak as well for making that happen. All right, catching up on Frackberg's win of the week. My mom's husband has been cleared to drive, so I get to go home. Congrats on that. Glad to hear things are much better now. And thank you for sharing, Frackberg. So, and you haven't had any since you've been at your mom's. How long have you been at your mom's now? Just heard a loud bang. Green says dry heaving worse than throwing up actual stuff. Yeah, I mean that kind of was going on there, because I was like, I have nothing else to give, body. Why are you making me do this? Frackberg, trying not to completely slam myself in my self-review for work. I'm tempted to have ChatGPT write it for me. Are you doing so? Are you year-end review, Frackberg? Like, is it your fiscal year-end? Because it's funny you say that, because we just did, and it's another part of my win, I guess I would say. With work, we're doing quarterly reviews now, and so I just did a quarterly review with my boss, and it went well. So I'm grateful for that too. I can't. I know I sound like a broken record, but like I'm just so happy here. I have awesome teammates. The company culture as a whole is great. The work that we do is really interesting to me still, and I have a really good work-life balance. Like, I'm just enjoying the good time while I'm in the good time, basically, is what I'm at. It's year-end, but in terms of your hire date. Okay, I got you. Well, I hope all that goes well. I'm finding that I think doing this quarterly is going to be super beneficial, or at least a better experience than waiting until the end of a whole year to like reflect on, like, okay, what did I do good? What did I need to improve on? Right? That kind of thing. So I'm welcoming this change that we're doing at the job to do a quarterly review versus just once a year type of thing. What I was doing, I was better at it in my first year at Sneak than I have been in this second year. I was like at the end of every month, I was doing it on my own. I was taking notes of like, all right, what were some of the big wins that I had at work over this past month? And that greatly helped me last year in my year-end review because I was able to just go through all that. So I haven't been as good about it doing that in this year because this year has been super weird. There's been layoffs and it's just been, I mean, those are all excuses. I could still be doing it, but things have changed significantly that also changed my routine a bit. So Royce.
Shit, there go.
Oh boy.
Just raided with 90 odd ones. Thank you for the follow, mail.
Fritzy. You know, I saw you come through on my LinkedIn feed, I want to say, or Twitter feed, and I thought I haven't checked in with him in a while. I should message him. What a weird world it is, Fritz. That happened. That thought went through my mind, and then you come up in here and you give such a generous raid. Thank you so much, Fritz. Welcome in everybody from Fritz's stream. Perfect timing because we just got started essentially. You avoided the awkward dance that I do at the beginning of my stream, so that's good. That's good for you all and good for me. But welcome in. Happy to have you all here. If you're new here, my name is Clarkio. I go by Clarkio here. I stream every Friday at 12:30 p.m. doing all kinds, mostly web development related stuff. But what you're tuning in for, the typical segments that I have, is we start off just chatting a little bit about our wins of the week. So that's reflecting on the past week of like what's something positive, big or small. Doesn't have to be a huge life-changing thing that's a win, although that's welcome to be shared here. And we all celebrate those wins together.
3, 2, 1.
Yanni always coming in with the high five. Thank you, Yanni. Then we get into playing Wordle really quick and Words on Stream because usually I'll eat lunch around then. Probably may not happen today because I'm just getting over being sick a little bit. We'll see. And then I get into the technical topic, which I've been working on a open source VS Code extension the past couple of weeks. Just kind of something that I've built out before, but like trying to make it more robust and things like having it release when I merge into a certain branch so that it publishes to the marketplace, that kind of thing. So if any of that interests you, I hope you stick around as part of the raid, those of you that joined in from Fritz's stream. But if not, totally understand. Hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend, and thank you for checking me out. Fritz, thanks again, man. Appreciate you, buddy. How are you doing? How are things by you, Fritz? How's Clip Talk going? I see you making some progress on that. Keeping that thing moving along. Vishal, thank you for joining in on the raid. Johan, B, appreciate you. Welcome in.
Thank you for the follow, Scott_050.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Frackberg says, I've been here for 2 years now, and this is my first annual that I've had to do. Oh, well, did you like join it like that's interesting. Why would it be your first annual review that you have to do? I know like when I first joined Sneak, they were at their year-end review, but it was like only a couple of months in for me, so they're like, you didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? But then the following year I did. So, because they didn't really do them before. Oh, okay. Roy says, what's that word and what does it mean? Quarterly, meaning every 3 months. Quarter of a year. So there's 4. If you break a year up, it's 12 months. If you break that into quarters, it's divided by 4 essentially, right? You get 3 months for each quarter. Thank you for asking that question too. What's up, Rambling Geek? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? What's your win of the week? For folks that are new to this and don't know about what win of the week is, there's a command in chat to help you understand that a bit better. ! WOTW. I just dropped it in there. And then another one that's a video you can check out that I highly recommend that describes the term Freudenfreude. That Freudenfreude is the German word for essentially why we do wins of the week. So we're practicing our flexing and strengthening our Freudenfreude muscle. Roy says, I understand after I typed it because I wasn't understanding. Oh, no worries, Roy. Yeah. I'm saying I'm glad you feel comfortable to ask those types of questions though. So thank you for asking. So yeah, folks, I'm not as high energy as I would like to be today because I'm recovering still from being sick, but still gonna get a little bit of a stream out today and see how far we get. Also, Ermalif, thank you for the follow from earlier as well. I think I might have missed that one. Roy says, I meant I wasn't hearing it well. Okay, I got you. Yeah, quarterly. Yeah, what's the shadow on your face? I don't think it's normally there. My lighting's all weird. I think you know, or you were here last week when I was talking about how I'm in the midst of reconfiguring my office. It's a bit of a mess right now. And I moved my desk out of the normal position. I'm actually using this portable green screen here. In fact, I should take down that one camera that I used for the dance real quick. Hold on. So I can show you real quick. I'm using my portable green screen here. To keep the same stream production format going. Normally, I have a bigger green screen that rolls from the ceiling to floor, takes up the full wall there, and that's where my back is normally turned this way. You know? So, anyway. Considering you don't have everything in place, I can finally redeem something I've been trying to for years. Like what? Stand up? I mean, I could stand up, yeah. I stood up and flossed for you. Does that count? There you go. Does that work? All right, so we talked about wins a week. We talked about being sick a little bit. Oh, the other thing is a family member is involved with a launch that's supposed to be happening this week, but it keeps getting delayed. Why I'm sharing that is I've had this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go and see one of the launches with SpaceX. And they just keep delaying it. In fact, there's supposed to be another launch this evening. Like, it got rescheduled from Wednesday, which I wasn't going to be able to make because I was sick. Yesterday, which I wasn't going to be able to make because I was still feeling low energy. And it's been rescheduled both those days so far because of weather. And there's going to be more inclement weather this evening during their launch time frame. So it's probably going to get pushed to next week, which I'll be most likely way better by then and be more likely to be able to actually go and attend and see this thing happen that I've never seen happen before. I've seen from like a really far distance, but this is like on the premises at NASA to go see a rocket launch a satellite into space. Like, what? So I'm super excited about that. That's another win. I'm going to get to see some family this weekend as well. So I'm excited about that. And my kids being able to do that. So that's another win as well. That'll count there. All right. So we went through wins of the week a little bit. If you all have wins of the week to share, drop them in the chat still. Just because I finished sharing mine doesn't mean that's over, even throughout the rest of the stream too. I shared that I'm sick. We talked about rocket launch. Okay. The other thing I wanted to talk about was something that I came across, which I don't know. I don't think it's anything. To some people, it might be new. It was new to me. To other people, it might be old news. But there's this service called Eclipse that I just signed up for, I think, like yesterday, because that's when I kind of came across it. And I wanted to check it out and show you all this real quick as part of the intro of the stream. Just chatting portion of the stream. So let's take a look at that real quick. Have any of you heard of it? Have you seen it? Checked it out before? So what I want to do is actually kind of live react to what it did for me. So we're going to take a look at this real quick. Let me share my screen. I'm going to pause the music too for this. All right, so what Eclipse does, so if I go and open it in a new tab here, it's really, this is the thing, a lot of this stuff is built for gaming for the most part, so it doesn't really work out for the type of content that us live streaming programmers tend to do. But I'm giving it a whirl to kind of just see where it goes. The idea is it can automatically identify like highlight moments from your stream and create clips, which is pretty amazing. So it's using like AI and stuff like that. So I'm on the free tier version of it right now just to check it out. I mean, I literally just signed up for it like yesterday. And what I did was I fed it last week's stream, at least the part 2 of it, to see what it would come up with. And I haven't really watched any of the clips that it came up with. So last week's stream was, let's see, that one was 1 hour and the second part of it was 1 hour and 53 minutes. That's the one that I fed to it, and it created 10 clips of that. So I'm gonna live react with you all to see all the different highlight moments it makes and see how good it does with programming content. What do you think? Let me know what you think when we watch it, okay? Bad posture in my previous chairs, like typical from like Staples, Office Max kind of, fake leather type of chairs. Okay, I remember that discussion. So switching into this, it took a little while for my body to adjust, and I feel much better since once it finally adjusted. So, my lighting does look better there, like you were talking about, Roy. There we go. A little bit better. It's just I don't like the light directly shining on me sometimes. So if it starts bothering me, I'm gonna move it back. All right. I definitely recommend a chair like this. However, there are other alternatives nowadays that are not as steep that I believe could be. I can't. I wonder how they decide that that's a highlight moment. And look how long of a clip it is. It's like, what, over 2 minutes? Just over 2 minutes? Say for sure because I haven't experienced them myself, but I believe they could be just as impactful as a Herman Miller. One of the reasons why I like this one is because it's the mesh instead of the... What are these different event types too? So, all right, we're looking at highlight 1. It's 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And it's saying event type moment. And it can go right to that time frame on Twitch. And then it gives me a recommendation saying it's best for TikTok and Twitter based on the time of it, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and it says IGTV on there. IGTV isn't a thing anymore. But down here, you see this one? It's saying that one's short clips. TikTok, preferred for Instagram and TikTok. It's so funny that it says IGTV in there. Do you see that? I know it's probably small on your end, but that's interesting. All right, let's keep seeing any hard cloth, not hard, like closed off cloth. I like things being able to breathe and air, especially around my tush. Because otherwise, in like the past chairs that I've had, my buttocks would get pretty sweaty from sitting so long and not letting the air breathe behind there. A little TMI maybe, but listen, I'm gonna give you the full details and not hold back. I just said that today too, didn't I? When I was talking about throwing up. When it comes to my experience and review with this stuff. Yeah, I totally get that. Get those farts out. Exactly. The farts have nowhere to go if you don't have like a mesh seating.
Janice Cool7 says for those who dare.
For those who dare. Exegete, what's up, buddy? I dare, sir. I dare. You dare. Don't you? Those who dare. Thank you, Yanni, for using the TTS there. Roy says, you look like you're trying to get into dark web and fit the theme. Oh, yeah. Frackberg says, are your lights off? Face cam seems kind of dark. Nah, it was just the way I had So, the long story is, there's a potential rumors of a breach with Amazon. Okay, Sean, you dare as well. I'm glad you dare, Sean. There's a potential breach with Amazon that is happening that somebody posted about on like Mastodon, and it was shared by Ian Coldwater on Twitter, which Ian then deleted. So I'm not sure. Anyway, it got me spooked a little bit, so I went and immediately reset all my Amazon passwords. So what does this have to do with my lights? Well, what it has to do with my lights is the Amazon device in my office here is normally hooked up to the lights that are in my office. I have LED rope lights behind the desk, and then I have a standing lamp that has some Wi-Fi connected bulbs in there. And I normally only ever control them from the Amazon device over voice. And I haven't been able to reconfigure that. I got the Amazon device reconfigured after, resetting everything, my passwords and my 2-factor, and logging out of all devices, which was a complete pain in the rear end. Sean, I know you were chatting with me in Discord about it when I shared that too. So anyway, the short of it is I had to move this light that's normally my key light for the streaming. I started just using that as my office light. and instead of it shining right at my face all the time, which ends up bothering my eyes after a period of time, I was shining it and reflecting it off the ceiling and down. So that's why it was kind of shadowy. That's my answer. And thank you for your interest in my lighting. Sean says my Amazon passwords are so long as they aren't in plain text, it's effectively uncrackable. Yeah, that's a good point too. I probably was being overly precautious, but I'd rather err on the side of caution than not with what this person was indicating. For those that are interested, I'll get the direct link again. Well, one, you can go into the Discord server. There's the invite there. clarkio.com/discord to get the invite to join if you'd like. We have discussions like this throughout the week and whatnot, and we play Wordle together in there and have all kinds of fun stuff in the community. But it was basically by a gentleman that is known for security-related investigations and stuff like that, has worked for government agencies and things of that nature, and he basically said, go to your Amazon account, sign out of all your devices, everything, everywhere, all your Echoes, reset your password, delete 2FA, two-factor authentication, and any tokens, and reset them now. That doesn't include FIDO, I don't know how you pronounce it, FIDO, and YubiKeys, but does include auth tokens. Do it now, as much as it pains to reset. Yes, hold on. Mrs. Clarkio. She brought me some soup and a nice lunch here. So anyway, that's what so again, shout out to Mrs. Clarkio. Lots of love to her, taking care of me and the family while I've been down. Soup and jelly time. That would be an interesting combo. I need to let that soup cool off. But it's good time because we'll get into the Wordle too, or after we react to this stuff. Have you picked up a little wordy game from the oatmeal? No, I have not, XG. Tell me more about that. Today's Wordle, what was that? Today's Wordle was a good one. I'll have to I haven't done it yet, so don't spoil it for me. Please. Please, please, please. Where's this report? Yeah, it was reported on Mastodon, but then I'm not really on Mastodon, because I don't quite understand it and don't want to take the time to understand it at this moment in time. But it was reshared by Ian Coldwater, who's also somebody that's typically into security related stuff. But then Ian deleted it, and I don't know why. So I wonder if it was like a false alert or something like that. But I was like, you know what? Either way, it's good practice. It's been a while since I changed my Amazon password, so might as well do it. So anyway, that led to me getting all my stuff messed up and my lights in my office here, which is controlled by that. I also, the other thing that I'm not too worried about with that, let's kind of dive into this a bit more too. I isolate, and I haven't always done this, so I'm not perfect in this case, or nor am I in any case am I perfect. But even as a security person or a security minded person, I didn't always have my IoT devices isolated to their own network. One, because I didn't know how to do that necessarily. Two, because I didn't always have the networking devices that were simple enough or capable enough to do that type of thing. And three, just a little bit of laziness. Like I've already connected them to one network and it's a pain in the butt to move them to another network, right? Anyway, I've done that though. And so they're isolated to their own network and they cannot communicate with each other directly on the local network unless they're common devices that would talk to their parent, like the parent company cloud, right? That they might speak out to. So I also have that going for me in that regard for home network security. And that's something that you all should look into as well. I recommend, so that way it doesn't, because one of the things that this person was reporting on is that not necessarily anything that we didn't already suspect or know or consider for those of us that are paranoid or privacy oriented and that kind of and security oriented, but the allegedly Amazon devices are taking note of network configurations, like which is not. I don't know that it's really that too much, at least to me personally, too much of a big deal. But keeping track of like Wi-Fi signal strength, Wi-Fi SSID, like the broadcast name that goes out for the one that we're connected to. They do offer, and this is opt-in type of thing too, so it's up to you as an individual consumer of using these devices. They do offer to store
An ad
your...
is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds. There's an ad running for 90.
While the ad's running, I'm going to take a bite of my sandwich here. All right, so I imagine most people are back from ads now. It's shenanigans time. What's up, TypeScript Tea Time? Good to see you. What's your win of the week if you got one to share? And then that goes to anybody else too. If you have a win that you haven't shared, that's your reminder to drop it in. What sort of sandwich? Ham, cheese, and I think mayo. Pressed. Mrs. Clarkio is like she impresses me with her cooking capabilities. Like, and she always is willing to be on her own. Like, I'm easy to please when it comes to food. Like, as long as there's something to eat, I'm happy, kind of thing. Like, I'm not a very picky eater, is what I'm getting at. But I'm also quite often impressed because she'll just be like, you know what, I want to try something new. She'll find a recipe online or something like that, and just kind of like do it, and it comes out phenomenal. So, shout out to her. Lots of loves being sent her way today. More than usual. Not necessarily more than usual, but like more verbally and vocally on stream than usual. Let's put it that way. So we were talking about IoT devices talking to each other. So the Amazon devices, they offer the option to store your Wi-Fi password so it's easier to set up new devices, which I kind of like as a convenience, especially since I'm using that as a separate network. It's not my main network password and that kind of thing. So, which reminds me, maybe I should rotate my network keys in general too. Although I just did some of that recently. Anywho, that's what's going on. So there's your advice. I see Frackberg also talking about the IDing the network devices is not at all surprising. This is why all of Frackberg's IoT devices are on a segregated network and can't talk to each other. Yeah, that's perfect. What else did I miss in chat here so far? XG says, have you picked up the little word? No, I haven't done that. Roy says, so healthy, though I have to leave. I hope you have an amazing stream. I got no win of the week this week. All right. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Roy. Hope you have a good rest of your day and a great weekend. And I'll see you next week. Frackberg says, turn off TTS now while you're thinking about it. I will. Exegete says, you'd have to go see it. It's a little different from Wordle, but a limited time game and possibly not safe for work, which, you know, I'm okay with. Since it's the oatmeal, yeah, worth checking out later. Okay, cool. Big Bites, yes, Roy. TypeScript Tea Time says, shenanigans time, win of the week. Signed up for a Korean course to keep me going. Nice, congrats on that. Sean's win of the week. The weather is great. Glad to hear that, Sean. Congrats on that. Sean says, I normally turn off TTS if I'm around Frackberg. Sean and TypeScript Tea Time, thank you for sharing your wins of the week with us. Glad to hear of the good stuff going on in your world. TypeScript Tea Time, the other day I learned that you can log into a new Wi-Fi with just a QR code. Probably not for IoT devices, though. Yeah, it's true. Frackberg got a quick one-on-one with the boss man. Back soon. Okay. Good luck with everything. Have a good meeting. Catch you when you get back, Frackberg. There's something else I wanted to bring up, and now I'm blanking. Come on, come back to me. Come on, baby. Come on, brain. Work. It's not working. You have QR codes around the makerspace? That's nice. It's convenient. Oh, I was going to say to Sean, I know you're into launches and stuff. I'm supposed to be able to go to the SpaceX launch. It's scheduled for today. I'm not going to go today because I know the weather's going to cause them to have to delay it, and they're going to probably reschedule the next week. But I figured you get a kick out of that and like that. Redheaded Jackal, thank you for checking out the font command to see what font I usually use here. Yeah, it's cool. Never done it before, so I'm excited about that. Okay, let's get back to reacting to this while I eat my lunch. What do you say? Boom, boom. Boom, boom. That's what's up. 60% remote? Okay, yeah. I mean, I still think it'd be worth it then if it's 60%. If it was like maybe 1 day a week or something like that, maybe not, but I don't know. You know, you judge what's best for you in that situation. So, right, Chair? Right? Do you agree? Of course he's going to agree, right? Because he is a Herman Miller chair. However, there were some weird things going on with Herman Miller and there's like a parent company. Anybody here like fans of Ludwig? Used to stream on Twitch, now streams over on YouTube. Ludwig had a video about like horrible bosses or something like that fairly recently. And the CEO of the combo company that Herman Miller is part of was like really Miller Null unreasonable or something. Like they just said really off the wall stuff to their employees during like a company update that got recorded or something like that. Well, you've clearly got two. Right chair is best chair, Exegete. Sean says, I drove from Rhode Island to Florida to see the final shuttle launch. Nice, that's cool. Yeah, all the time I've been in the area where I could potentially, it's fairly convenient. Not really convenient, but fairly convenient to go see a launch. I've not gone to the site before, so I'm really excited to potentially do that. And I just never been to Kennedy Space Center either. So, and this ticket that we have that we got through a family member allows us to go to the Kennedy Space Center on the day of the launch, but then also another time within 30 days. So, don't suppose you live in the war grounds that is... No, I don't. No. Yeah, it's a lot. You know what? Funny you say that. I saw a video about the governor of Florida actually got married at Disney. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. The constant battles between the governor of Florida and Disney. And apparently all this time that governor who's taken issue with Disney is also a huge Disney fan, so much so that he and his wife got married at Disney. Did you know that? Fun little fact. I learned that just the other day. I was like, wow, what a weird situation that must be then. Yeah. Exegete, you've seen a few shuttle landings but no launches? Nice. That's cool. I'd love to see a landing too. Like I've seen the videos of the landing of, the autonomous kind of landing where it returns back. Hypocrisy in government? No way. Yeah. Yeah. Let's not spiral out into that though right now. So yeah, I'm excited about that. The launch and stuff like that. And yeah. Let's keep watching some of these. You don't even need the words in government. Let's see. So that highlight, let's go back actually real quick. That highlight was okay. So I think we're reviewing this service for those that are just tuning in wondering what's going on. We're reviewing the service that I just recently come across like yesterday called eclipse.gg. Okay, and basically it's like AI powered solution for streamers to automatically find highlights within your stream and make clips of them that you can then share on other social media. The difficult challenge here, though, with this is the type of content that programming streamers produce is not really catered to on a platform like this because it's expecting gaming type of content. But I think that first highlight was okay. So, subject change. If it's SpaceX launch, won't you by default see a landing, or is it going out to a drone? It's a good question. I don't know. It is a SpaceX launch. Um, I'm not sure. Yeah, how long does it take for the landing to happen? Well, so the rocket's going to be launching a bunch of satellites basically up into space. Is what's going. So it takes like 5. Oh, so then maybe I will see the landing. That'd be cool. If it's only 5 to 10 minutes, like Sean says in chat. So, all right, keep the conversation coming. I'm watching watch the second highlight that Eclipse.gg made from last week's stream. Right there. All right, that one is on. All right, let's think about this. So now instead of my production branch being, what's up, Chris Jones? How you doing, buddy? Happy Friday. What's your win of the week if you got one to share? My production branch is going to be main. My development branch is going to be vNext. I think we want that to run on main. Save that. I guess, you know what it is? I haven't committed it to that main branch. That's why. What you building? Not building anything new, but probably, I believe you're familiar with the VS Code extension that we built, the Twitch highlighter. So we're getting that ready to be more robust and production ready in the sense of like when I merge changes into the main branch, it gets deployed to the marketplace. Yeah. So when a pull request is opened on vNext or main, I feel like these are okay, but it still needs more editing. I don't know. Maybe this premium edit is where it comes into play, where it'll like chop up some of the dead space in there. You know what I mean? That's not relevant to maybe like what's trying to be highlighted in this highlight clip. You know? It'll run the build and test on it. And if there's ever a push to main, then it'll run the build and test on that as well. I guess I don't really need it to run the build and test on push. I need to just be on pull requests. On pull requests to either of those branches, run build and test to let us know if it's mergeable. Like if it passes everything. I think that's fair. I mean, it is like a learning moment, right? I'm learning what configuration I want here. And then I'm committing that change. It's kind of like a highlight to show at least the history of the project. Tea Time says, win of the week, my newish client trusts me in my decisions, provides a lot of support so I can do my job properly. You'll love to see it. That sounds like a healthy professional relationship you got there. TypeScript Tea Time, and glad to hear it. Thank you for sharing. Oh, I just turned that monitor off, I think. That was okay. Welcome in, Raiders. Happy to have you here. So I'm clarkio. This is Shenanigans Show. I stream every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we typically, the agenda or the way the format works is we start off just chatting, doing what we call wins of the week, where everybody shares they reflect back on the past week to try and find something positive that happened so that we can just spread the good vibes in that regard. We're practicing our Freuda, if you're familiar with that word. There's all kinds of commands around that if you want to learn more about it and why we do it. So we start off that way. So we start off on the good foot for the stream. Then we play the Wordle and some word games a little bit, and then I get into the technical topic, which is when you all are joining right now. For today's stream, what I've been doing is working on this VS Code extension that allows you all in chat. It's something that I've built out before, but I'm trying to get a better release process put in place for it. But it allows you all in chat to send commands. One thing I'm noticing is the green screen's got a little artifacts going on that left side of the screen here, but with the right of my head. That will highlight lines of code in my editor in VS Code. And my shoulder. So that you can better highlight and point out issues that you see or questions that you might have, and it helps the streamer not have to putz around trying to find exactly what file you were talking about and like what line to look at. For those of you new here, that's kind of what we're going to be doing during the technical portion of the stream. Is that project? You can check it out. That the question is around. So That's what the extension is about. And so yeah, that's what I'm working on. Basically like DevOps type of stuff today. So welcome in, happy to have you here. Catching up on chat. I see Hamster Boy. Hi, hello. Thank you for being here. Acid Spark, good to see you. Stabilize on trade. You stick around. If not, have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. I'm gonna continue on now. Sure. You want me to do that live like right now? That's an okay highlight too, because like a raid happened, so it picked up that as like a significant moment in the stream. That's cool. I still feel like I would need it. Oh, you can trim the clip too. I'm just noticing this. What's up, Pranav? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Finite's win of the week. I was on Learn with Jason yesterday, and it was off the hook amazing. I did see you mention that in one of the Discords. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I was super happy to see you share that and that opportunity for you. Two awesome people working together sounds great to me. So, congrats on that. Right, time for some soup. Big time. Did you get some cool stuff built out with Jason on there? Oh man, my head's itchy. You're working on like OBS effects and stuff like that with him, right? Oh, yeah, I want to go. Where's that? Copy that, and then I want to go over here. I don't know about that highlight for this one. Sean S., am I the only one here who can't live without PB copy and PB paste on Mac OS? Wow. Maybe. Oh, maybe I don't think I've ever used those. Sound effect is wow. Oh, now I gotta look at that. That kind of startled me. All right, while we're waiting for those builds to go through, what am I gonna do here? We're gonna sync those latest changes locally. Surviving the week was my win of the week. Kind of hectic one. Wishing next one to be a bit chill. All right, fair enough. Glad to hear that. I'm glad you survived it, Pranav. And thank you for sharing. You know, that build is not actually going to work. It must pick up on whenever I run the applause background effect. And think of that as like the highlight. An artifact. Something to note. Right? Unless this whole thing does it for me. Publish via code extension. Does it? So far, it's okay. The Eclipse thing. I haven't seen like that. I'm not blown. Like again, understandably so, because it's geared towards gaming as usual when it comes to streaming. But none of it has really kind of blown me away in this regard, which leads me to believe that there's enough streamers out there that are doing programming streaming that are really popular and widely known. And some of this tooling, if it's just slightly catered and targeted at them more, there's a market for that, I feel. I know like Rox Codes kind of does this a little bit. But I think he's more generally shooting out to the broader audiences of streamers too with a lot of his stuff. But I feel like this is somewhere like if he really wanted to like niche down, might be a good idea. W. Deshaun follows up with PB copy is so good you can do command pipe PB copy and the output is put in your clipboard. So useful to run stuff through JQ straight to the clipboard. Yeah. No, I mean I understand. I just haven't really had a lot of need to do that. Or maybe I have and I don't realize it. That's the other thing. Rambling Geek, a streaming service dedicated to programming would be awesome, but streaming is expensive. Could you elaborate on the last part tied into the first part? Oh, you mean just like you mean like a whole platform that's streaming for programming? Yeah. I don't know that I would go that far. What I mean by that is like the tool, there's a lot of tooling around streaming, but most of it, while it still can be beneficial to programming content, it's mostly targeted for gaming content. Like this as an example. Yeah, running a streaming service. I know what you mean, Rambling Geek. Yeah, I know what you mean now. I just wanted to make sure. So yeah, I'm uh I'm with you on that. Like I don't think it's necessarily beneficial to create a whole new platform to stream on for programmers because it definitely, like you said, it's definitely expensive. And I don't know that that would be cost effective. I don't know that there's definitely a decent, significant audience for programming streaming. Clearly, right? Uh, Whether or not that will grow, I had always believed and predicted that it would grow, and I think it has. It's just not grown as quickly as I thought it might grow, or the change in general people's behavior to watching more streaming content hasn't grown as fast as I thought. I still believe that it's going to continue to grow as generations, evolve in the type of content that they consume. I think that's going to continue to trend in that direction, and I don't think we've peaked at that point or plateaued just yet. But yeah. Anywho, what I'm getting more so at is the tooling around and helping streamers with their content, both on their stream, both as part of their actual stream itself and outside of it. So in this case, this is kind of like outside of it, where you're creating clips and highlights from your stream to be able to use on other platforms. And this is AI that's going to like analyze your stream and find key significant moments that are worth highlighting and sharing to help draw interest into your content, right? Again, but this one is very much tailored towards gaming. However, I'm seeing like you're getting my raw reaction to having it run through my own last stream, which is a programming related stream, and seeing what highlights it came up with. And so far, of the, what are we on? We're on highlight number 6. I'm not overly impressed, but I'm not under impressed with what it did. I think it's helpful to some degree, but it's still going to like at this rate, it's still probably going to be about the same amount of work and time to just do that and scrub through it, a full stream recording myself versus letting a tool like this go through and highlight it. But it might find good moments that are worth highlighting too. So, and I'm running on the free version right now, so I don't know if it maybe changes and gets better on the paid version. I'm not really convinced to do that right now. But anyway, yeah. Before I watch this next one, Triple B, good to see you, buddy. I'm surprised the join sound effect didn't play. Clarkio at night. Those were the days. Clarkio after Darkio. Is there though? I'd guesstimate max 10,000 people programming streams at peak times. In terms of viewership, I don't know, man. I think you have a point in terms of like maybe it's not growing. Well. Let me put it this way: I'm willing to admit and stand corrected on that. But from what I can see and tell, I feel like things are trending upwards. I guess we can always look at what's it called? Sully Gnome. And what's it called? What's the category? Why am I blanking on this? It's not programming. Software and game development, right? Yeah. Well, this is going to be a little bit skewed because of the fact that Twitch changed categories over time, but let's say like over the past year, what's the trend been? 1,600 average viewers. It's upwards from, relative to the previous 365 days. But again, is that comparing to the category non-existing? I don't know. That's the other question here, because before this, before streaming in software and game development, everybody used to stream in science and technology. That was the best, closest category to stream in. However, you can see that one has been trending down.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
There it is, Triple B. I don't know what it is, but that the timing of the sound effects just always works out. Always works out great. What's that site? It's called Sully Gnome. Copy the link and paste it in chat. So and it kind of analyzes Twitch. You can look up your own channel and stuff like that if you want to and analyze the data. Good timing as always. Yes, Triple B. So it's interesting that science and technology has dropped and dipped. I wonder if majority of the science and technology was consisting of programming related content that has now gone off to the new category, which we were just looking at. So this is all trending downwards with 884 average viewers versus software and game development. You know? And I feel like we're getting more and more people that are above the. Now, to be honest, I'm not keeping as close in touch with the overall programming community on Twitch as I used to, but very, very shallow analysis of recently how things are performing from what I can see. It seems like more and more streaming developer streams are growing or reaching a point. I don't know how or when or what they're doing to cause that to happen. Like that's a whole nother story to kind of understand and figure out. Maybe they're creating content on TikTok that's driving people over to their streams, and that's how they're sprouting up like this. But there's more and more streamers that are doing programming related content that are having high average viewerships than what I've seen in the past. Like, what I mean by that is like hundreds or like there's some that even get pull thousands, and then there's other people like Kit Boga, which will like he normally does. I don't know what category he normally streams on. Is it just chatting when he does his scammer call things? He scams the scammers. Sometimes he does programming on his streams too, and so that helps the category as well when he switches over. When people like that who have a well-established community and viewership in one category, and then they bring some of those people over to another category, like our category. So anyway, it looks like it's trending in the right direction. What do you think?
Thank you for the 22 long months of subscribing Lukia codes. Flyby sub hi by Brian.
Brian. Thank you, Luke Codes, for the 22 months resubscribed. Appreciate you very much. And totally understand that you're doing the flyby.
Thank you for the 14 long months of subscribing Rambling Geek.
Wowzers, back to back. Rambling Geek, thank you for the 14. I appreciate you. Appreciate that continued support from both of you. Very kind of you and generous. This is a heckin' long tenures right there. Triple B says, I'd lean tech YouTube videos and podcasts growing much faster and bigger existing audience than live content. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. You're absolutely right. Ooh, Bauer, don't get into the wires. What are you doing? You want to say hi, or are you just sniffing the food? Yeah, you're just sniffing the food. Up. Come on. Come say hi. Hi. No, get out of my food. You smell like outside. Were you just outside? You stink. P.U. Get out of here. He walks away. Sean, thank you for petting Bauer. And Max. Max is still going strong, by the way, folks. Do you all remember back in Thanksgiving of last year, around that week, is when we got the news from the vet, like, hey, we need to start thinking of like end of life care. Those jerks got us all riled up. The beautiful smell of a wet dog. I don't think he's not a wet dog. He just kind of like absorbs the outdoor smell for some reason. Yeah, that's the best way to kind of put it. The hard thing about live content is time zones and language barriers compared to non-live. Yeah, that's a good point too, Triple B. Sean says, okay, I got to run so I can focus on work, unfortunately. I have some very tight deadlines due today to get ready for Code Freeze. Oh, well, hey, Sean, thank you for popping by as much as you did already, man. Appreciate the support, and have a good rest of your Friday. Hope everything goes well. And I'll see you around, Ben. Thank you for doing the howl, Yanni. TypeScript Tea Time says, is this page from Surly Dev? I could believe he builds a page like this. I don't believe so, but I could see why. I could see that connection to TypeScript Tea Time. Oh, you're talking about more people watching programming streams? I think maybe it's not growing super. It's not. I would say it's not growing rapidly. I'm just saying I think it's still growing. That's kind of my unscientific analysis of it. Streaming took off during COVID and then dropped off. Yeah, for sure. I've definitely felt that. I've definitely felt that. But at the same time, I've seen people that, you know, are fairly new, or at least relatively newer to programming streaming, and they've had a lot of success. And a lot of that being where I've seen, because I see them creating content on other platforms and just being heavily involved in their respective communities, or other people's communities even. So, or they're just grouping up as a collective of streamers. So
there's an ad running for 90.
So seeing that kind of stuff happen, is evidence to me that it's still possible to, it's still a thriving a form of content that people want to see and watch, right? What's up, Jay Walter? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Do you have a win of the week that you'd like to share? If not, no worries. Same to you, Triple B. If you have any wins of the week to share, let us know. Love thinking and talking about this stuff, though. I have no answers, only ideas and guesses. Yeah, same here. TypeScript Tea Times, and then let's pretend there's a flower meadow outside. Okay. I don't know what that's in reference to. Oh, the beautiful... Oh, I get what you're saying with the dog smell. Yeah, I got you. So, yeah. How did we get on that tangent? I was thrown for a loop there. All right, I think I'm done. I'll check out the rest of these highlights. What am I on? Highlight 7. So note to self on that to watch 7, 8, 9, and 10. So yeah, I'm like neutral on this eclipse. Again, for folks that are interested in checking it out themselves, if you stream of any type of content, let alone programming content, this site seems to be fairly interesting. It's an AI-based tool that will help you find highlights and create clips of your content from your live streams. So there you have it. I'm going to close that out. Move it into here. Save it for later so I don't lose my spot. All right, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to do the Wordle. But first, unfortunately, we are going to, play some music. That's not the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is I'm going to turn off text-to-speech. I can figure out how to do it again. All right, I disabled it for now. Okay, Wordle time. If you've never seen me play Wordle before or seen anybody play Wordle before, it's a game where you got a new word every 24 hours. It's a 5-letter word. You get 6 guesses. You want to guess it in as little tries as possible, and you get hints along the way. I always start off with my first guess being farts because it's very on brand for me, and it's not a bad starting word considering the letters that are used. So what did I learn from that guess? I learned that F, T, and S are not in it because they have the gray background. A is in the word, but in the incorrect position because of the yellow background behind it. And R is in the word and in the correct position, hence the green background. So what do we want to guess from there? I kind of am leaning towards arrow, but I don't like to guess the double letters just yet. I want to rule out some of the other vowels potentially because there tends to be more than one vowel in words. And this will, so let's see, maybe we can get an E in there. Like E, well, not EA. Merrill, Ferrell, Serral, Nerral, Gerald, Peril. Peril is spelled like that. Maybe that's a word? No. I want to get E in there, maybe? Do I want to try and get an E in there? Maybe I don't. Maybe I want to do a U. Maybe Dural. That's a word I didn't know. Well, now I know A isn't in there. There's no D, L, or U. So it may start with an A or end with an A. So if it's got to be arrow, right? Double R? And we'll see if there's an O in it. That's a decent guess. I'm running with it. Send it. Okay, so it ends in A. We learned there's no double letter R. There's no O. We're down to EI somewhere in there. If there was a second R in there, this would be yellow. and show us like, hey, you're right. There's another R in here, but it's not in the right position. This is saying there's no other R's. That's it. You're done. Okay. So, not my best start, but we're doing okay. And you can guess along in the chat. I'm not going to be looking at it, so if you feel like you're being ignored, it's not because of that. I just don't want you to spoil it for me. All right. What else am I going to guess here? So something A. Is it diarrhea? I fortunately did not have any with my stomach virus. Oh, I cracked myself up. It could be like Irma. Xirma. Irma. Irma. Perna. Circa. What about circa? Circa. It's a decent guess. I don't like the double C guess, but I'm going to run with it. Wow. That was a good guess. All right, I'm going to go drop it in our Discord. Speaking of the Discord, if you'd like to play Wordle and you want to share your results with the community of folks that also enjoy playing Wordle, join the Discord, clarkio.com/Discord for the invite there. We can re-enable text-to-speech again. There's a pause button, a pause option. I didn't realize that. And I'm going to go into our Wordle channel that we have under Gaming Fun category. Share my results there. So it looks like I tied with Frackberg for today, and Rugmat beat me. Got it in 3 out of 6 guesses. Well done for everybody that played today so far. All right, so next up, while I'm finishing my lunch, we're going to play a little Words on Stream, and then we'll get into the VS Code extension work. Sound wonderful? Sound good? My friends. If you've not played Words on Stream, we play as a team together. There's going to be a bunch of letters shown on the screen, and you got to guess, make words with those letters, essentially. Like an anagram solver type of thing. Okay? Join in on that. You type right into the chat. It'll pick up your guesses, and you're good to go. We just get... we're going to have fake letters and hit it. Let's see how far we can get this week, chat. Ready, Freddies? Here we go. Something else to note with this is when you make a guess, it'll lock you from being able to make more guesses until it reaches that little padlock on the progress bar up in the middle there. Right there. There we go. We made it. All right, team. We're doing good. We're doing good. Ready for the next round? Going to level 2. All right, we did Eclipse, we did Wordle, and we're on Words on Stream now. All right, I'm feeling pretty good energy-wise too, chat, so we'll see. Won't be too short of a stream, as I anticipated. Nice, Jay Walter. Yanni, you're locked. That's why that one didn't go through, but that's a good guess too. Cert is not a word? Nice. Seer. All right, we need 13 more points. Can we do it? Or somebody try tree. Do tree. T-R-E-E. Come on, I can't do it. I'm locked. Yes, thank you, Jay Walter. Woo! That was a close one. We are slacking this week, huh? It's all right. We got this. We got this. Bach. Ah, nice, Jay Walter and Yanni. Hey, what's up, Coach Sean? All right, Jay Walter. We are killing it this round. Ah, that's the one I was trying to get, Yanni. Good job. All right, one more 5-letter word alphabetically between block and box. So it's got to be B-L-O-C-K. L. Yep. What's up, Mark? Are you guys playing in the chat? Yes, you type the guesses in the chat, and it will automatically pick it up and listen to it. So anybody can play. We're all on the same team, essentially. So far, Yanni's got 79 points. I got 70. Jay Walters, 55. Green with 15. And co with Sean with 6. We are going on to level. There's rewards? Oh. Fill the blank below with the command you use to distribute coins/points. Interesting. How have I not seen that before? You put an extra R in there, Mark. Good try though. Good try. Ah, nice, Sean. All right, one more 4-letter word. That went longer than expected, but hello again. Did it go well, Crackberg? 4-letter word alphabetically between rake and wake. That was a good round for us, chat. Nice job. Doing well, we're doing well. Going to level 9. That meeting had nothing to do with my... Oh, okay. But yeah, okay. Glad it still went well. All right, let's see how far we can go. Level 9 is up next. I think we're going to start dealing with fake letters now, chat. So we'll figure it out together which letter is a decoy, essentially. Yep, we got one fake letter now. Okay. S or P is fake. S or P is fake, I think. Okay, it's P. P is fake. Don't use the word P. Or the letter P, I mean. P is fake. P is fake. Nice job, Yanni, with the seller guess, by the way. Remember, don't use P. Don't use P. Use every letter except P. P is a decoy. It's fake. Dang it, Clarkio. Oh, I beat you to reels? Yeah, sorry. What's that other 6-letter word, though? Lellers? What's another 6-letter word with S-E-L-L-E-R? Rel. Real. Slellers? What could it be? I wish they told you the ones that you missed. That would be so nice. One day that might happen. I don't know, maybe there's a way we can give feedback to them, huh? Get in here? No. Fill the blank below with the command you use. Or so it's like coins, add. Oh. Next round, I'll do it. All right, so we're still dealing with a fake letter. This might be one. Okay, all right. Tree. It's Q. Q's got to be fake. Yeah, it's Q. Ooh. Oh. Beat this round ultra fast. Wow. All right, alphabetically 4-letter word between fret and tree. Reef. Dang, chat. You're on top of that one. Skipping 3 levels now? All right, let's turn off this autopilot real quick and see how we do this reward thing. So if I do coins, add, nick, and then points. Coins, add, nick, points. Send. Rewards were sent successfully. Hey! Now what do you do with those? Oh, this is like if you have your own, like, what I use to distribute points. If I have points in my own. I don't think I have a bot that does points. Do I have a bot that does points? I do. Okay, so we want to do points. Buy skee ball tickets with points. Yeah. There you go. You just got a bunch of points. Why didn't it, total of coins / points to distribute? Oh, let's make it a lot. I can't, like, just enter. Send. There we go. We're getting more points out there. You bought half of a Chinese finger trap. Mark says, is this a game for Twitch or did you make a script that connects to chat? This is a game made for Twitch. So if you go to, I'll drop the link directly in chat for you, Mark. Pointer Roonies. Yeah. There's the link right there, Mark. Oh, look at you, Green. Ranked 15th out of 1,733 on the leaderboard. Oh, very nice. Okay. Let's continue. It'd be great if it could integrate with, like, channel point rewards, right? If we can give people a channel points. Blip. Blip. Mib. Flips. Okay. L-I-P-S. So we don't know if B or M is in there. Slim. Okay. Still don't know if B. All right. So B is fake. B is fake. Because we got S, L, I, M, and P done. Okay. So we just need to guess what the hidden letter is. Slop. Limps. Limps. That's a very good guess. Lamps. So no A. Slap. Slop. Slip. What's that hidden letter? Limpy? Maybe it's Y? Slimy? Oh, it's Y. Y. Use the word Y. Y is in there. Lipsy? Yips. Okay. Hey, what's up, Dubsman? Come on, chat. Come on, we're 13 points away. Slimpy. Slimy. Nice. Oh. All right, we're going to play again. We got off to a slow start, and we started a rally at the end, so we got to keep the momentum going. We'll play one more round, and then we'll get into things. Let me give you all points, though, right? Let's go. Points. We're going to do 5,000. You know, whatever this means to you. All right. Got myself, Yanni, J. Walter, Kovic, Sean Green, Mark, JT, Dubsman, and Marty all helping us get to level 13, but let's see if we can beat that. And there's all your points going out to you as a thanks. What can you do with those points? Not a whole lot right now. Ooh, Frackberg. I was thinking that as well. Recto. Repo, nice. All right, skipping 2 levels. Not bad, not bad. Bing, bong, boom, bing. Ooh. Unified. Nice job, Martio. That was the one I was really trying to think of there. Undefined. No.
An ad is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds.
An ad.
There's an ad running for 90.
Indie. I don't know what these other ones could be.
Thank you for the 41 long months of subscribing.
JT with the 41 months of Prime Gaming. That's dedication. Oh, your sub ran out before you did the sub. Your sub ran out before you did the sub, and an ad ran. That's a bummer. Like if you subscribe in the middle of an ad, you should not have to watch the ad anymore. Oh my goodness. All right, well, thank you so much there, JT, for the 41 months of Prime Gaming. I appreciate you. That's a heck of a long time. And I redid the echo in case you just refreshed and I'm back. Okay. Thank you for the 41 months of Prime Gaming, JT. 3 times. Sorry you got hit with that ad again. Appreciate you though. It's a heckin' long time, buddy. Control-Shift-L. Oh, so Z is in this. Eat pizza. Schmerple. Echo. Eat pizza. Pete. Beat. Bait. Trapeze. There's no R, but that's a good guess. Tape. PETA. We gotta get one Z word here, right? I got it. What? Tase doesn't work? Zeta. I went Zate instead of Zeta. Green guessed Beta at the same time. Really well played. RDO and Green at the same time right there. Baptized. Dubsman coming in clutch. A bet. Really good job, chat. That was a little bit of a scary round. Some tough words in there. Skipping 3 levels, going to level 8. All right, shout out to Martio, Coach Sean, Dubsman, Yanni, Green, JT, Frackberg, and Marks helping us get this far. Let's keep it going, see if we can beat last round. Last round we what? Got to level 13, I want to say? Or level 9? We got this. All right, we got fake letters now. Okay, I think M is fake. I'm pretty sure M is fake. Ooh, at the same time. Elator and relate. The game almost couldn't handle that. Awesomeness right there. M is fake. M is fake. Wow. Lots of guesses all at once. We're just crushing level 8. Level 8 had no chance. What was that first 4-letter word? All right, we're skipping 2 levels. Man, it only gave us 2 level skips on that? All right. We're doing well. We're doing well. Going to level 10. Level 10 so far. Gonna give out some points. Send them out. Boom. Look at all those points. I don't know why he gives it to me. Points are just like for nothing, Mark. You have the same mug? Cheers. They're like from Target or something. Color Wave. Having some tea in it. All right, going to the next one, level 10. And dish. Yeah, we have the dishes too. Oh, wow. There's a lot of letters going on here, huh? Economic. So F is fake. F is fake. Thanks to Mardio. Getting economic. May, good to see you again. Welcome in. Level 10 done. All right, let's see how many we can get so we can skip some levels. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Let's try this. No, so coon is not going to work. Like a raccoon is what I'm thinking, but it can be considered name calling, so that's why it's getting auto-modded. Yanni got the word. It was actually come instead of that. All right, alphabetically 4-letter word after omen. It's got to be another O-letter word, right? All right, skipping 3 levels on that one. Well done, chat. Well done. All right, we got myself, Marty O, Dubsman, Code with Sean, Yanni, Green, Jay Walter, Mark, JT, Frackberg, and May. Thank you all for helping us get. It had to be once. Yeah, that. Oh, you're right. You're right. Jay Walter and Mark's. Good guesses. Thank you all for getting us to this far. We're reaching level 13, which is, I think, our best we did for today. So let's see how far we can get going. Come on. We got this, chat. We got this. We're rocking and rolling. There's a good amount of us playing today, too. All right, we got a fake and hidden. Fake and hidden. Pour. Oh. E-O-R-E. E is hidden. E is hidden. Already got it. Boom. Crop. So I is fake. Or the double P. That's the other thing. It could be the double P that might be fake here. Remember, there's an E in there. Nope, double P is it. So I is fake. Rathza, thank you for helping out there. Appreciate you being here and playing with us. I is fake. There it is. We already beat level 13, so now we just need to... Remember, there's an E in there. Oh, well, you can see it on screen now. Pope is not a word? Oh, somebody already got Pope, that's why. There we go. Wow, we got them all. Skipping level 13. That was fast, too. Oh, chat, I just lost you. All right, I'm back. All right, we're going to level 16 now. Our best for today. I'm at 117. We got Martio shortly behind me there. Dubsman, Code with Sean, Yanni Green, Mark, well, J. Walter, JT, Frackberg, Ratza, and May. Thank you for joining in and having some fun with us while we play words on stream. Still dealing with fake and hidden letters. So P and I are our candidates for fake letters. P and I. Keep in mind that we only have 5-letter words or more here. 5-letter words or more. Reset, good guess. Pester, P-E-S-T-E-R. P-E-S-T-E-R. Okay. Yeah, I is definitely fake. Right? Can we agree on that? I is fake again. Preset, well done. We still haven't figured out the hidden letter though, right? Am I correct in that? Oh, what's the hidden letter? I think if we get this hidden letter, it's going to open up the doorway for us. What? Peter. Okay. X? What? Expert. Somebody guess expert. Okay, we got it. Yanni got expert. Shoot. We're 1 point away. No! No! Oh, yes! Oh my God. Dubsman at the very last second there. Holy shit. Sorry, excuse me. Holy shit. Whoa, let's take a breather. Holy moly. I didn't think we were going to make it. Chat. Dubsman coming in clutch. Your virgin ears. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, JT. In case the little ones are listening with you adults. How did it not get my expert? Somebody else guessed it. That's why, J. Walter. I saw it was on there already. Holy cannoli. My fingers were on autopilot for that one. Yeah, green? Nice. I need to go get a snack. All right, well then tell us when you're back, because you just clutched it up. I'm going to give out points while we're here. Level 17. Let's give out some. Let's see. Let's try going all the way up to 10,000 points. Go now? Oh, okay. All right, we'll do 7,000. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay. We got double A, double P. S-P-E-A. R is hidden. You got the hidden one, Marty. R is hidden. F is fake. F has got to be fake, right? Yeah, F is fake. F is for fake. Don't use F. Nice job, Mario. With appears. All right, we're what are we? Seven. Oh, I was gonna say we're 7 points away, but nope. We got it. We are crushing it. Last round we were struggling. This one we're like, boom, get out of here. What else we got? What else we got? Alphabetically between A and P. Areas and paper. Papa's Rats coming in with the last second one. 2 rounds in a row now we have last second guesses, helping us get extra far. All right, level 20, chat. All right, so here's the deal. All right, we really need to get prepared for this one because level 20 is when we get to the point where it hides everybody else's guesses. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be the orchestrator now. I'm not gonna guess anymore, or as much at least, and I'm gonna write words, the words that are correct based on what I see in the chat, and then when they go live in the, you know, as correct on there. So let's say Jay Walter guesses, or Green guesses a race. I'm going to put that there, and that way you know what letters to like work off of, okay? You can all see this fine? It's big enough? So that's how, you got to pay attention to what I put on the screen above me in the notepad here. All right? Get ready. Everybody type ready in chat when you're ready, please. Let's go. This is our best in a while. Ready? May is ready. Mario is ready. Code with Sean is ready. Jay Walter's ready. Green didn't follow directions. Jay Walter writes R. Ratsa says YOLO. Not following directions either. I see the defiant ones in chat, and I appreciate you. All right, here we go. All right, crepe worked. I guessed that one. C-R-E-P-E. You could try Piers. River's a good guess. Why didn't that work? Maybe crepes. C-R-E-P-E. So we don't know if M-I-V or R is fake or not. Crime? Did somebody try crime? Yeah, Code with Sean try crime. Oh, Code with Sean just got one. Price. I think M is fake. Because C-R-I and E should work, but M didn't for crime. So M is fake. We don't know what the hidden one is. Jay Walter just got Peace. Nice job. Peace. Green just got Pierce. These are all, there's 2 E's. We got that right. I, so no hidden letter yet. We still haven't figured out the hidden letter. Did we try S's like pieces, prices? That's a good guess. Peace. Viper just worked for Marty O. Viper. V-I-P-E-R. Okay. So it's still, we're still working with, I don't know what that means, Ratsa, but okay. receipt. We're still looking for that hidden letter. Did we try like plurals? Yeah, we're trying plurals. So it's not S. Okay. There's another E. There's 3 E's. Oh. Creep. Receive. Nice job, Martio. Oh, that got us close. Where's Dubsman with the last second clutch? Dubsman, where's the last second clutch? Hey, level 20? That's pretty good. That's our best in a while. So shout out to Martio, taking the lead on the last round there. Nice job. Then myself, Dubsman, Kobut Sean, Yanni, J. Walter, Green. Ooh, man, my energy is depleting a little bit here. Mark, that got exciting though. May, Ratza, JT, and Frackberg. Appreciate you all. You had one job, Dubsman. One job, and that was to clutch it up at the very end. But we did good. We did good. That's the first time in a while that we got up to where we needed to write out the words in the notepad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? So nice job, everybody. Round of applause to you all. Round of applause. Well done. Well done. All right. So we're going to switch gears now a little bit. Hope you all enjoyed that. If you got to get going, totally understand. We're going to be switching into the technical segment of the show. Look at that. Marty, you got 360 points. What's up, Finite? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Happy Friday. What's your win of the week? And for anybody else that may have joined after we did the win of the week, feel free to drop your wins in the chat if you have one. Otherwise, no pressure. Martio won all those points and then lost them all in gambling from the stream owned spot. Jay Walter, I didn't realize your bot did anagram solving too. Receive, peace, price, creep, river. I think we got all of those. Except river didn't count because I think that's the 2 R's. You know, your anagram thing isn't exactly... Is it using ChatGPT? Because river should not be part of that. Jay Walter. If you look at perceive, there's not 2 R's in there. There's only 1. Of course it is. Of course it's using ChatGPT. Is it using ChatGPT 4 or like 3 or 3.5? Finance says, I've been pretty much under the weather this week and still feeling pretty rotten. I'm with you on that, buddy. I had a stomach virus on Tuesday night into Wednesday. So not feeling too many wins this week, unfortunately. I'm sorry to hear that, but I hope you start getting better soon. Look at that. Go with Sean. Being so kind. Saying they're praying you get well soon. That's a good question too. Is the family, as Jay Walter asks, Finite, is the family doing okay at least? That's my other win, I would say, is that, well, so far, my Mrs. Clarkio and my oldest child have not caught this stomach virus. And we took fairly well precautions while I was sick, since I was the latest one. So first it was the baby, and then it was me that got the stomach virus. And we took decent precautions where I was staying in, I mean, like Wednesday, I was pretty much in bed all day, bedridden, sleeping and on and off. And then whenever my wife or my oldest would come in the room, they would wear a mask. And then if I ever came out, which I was doing even yesterday, I would wear my mask around them. So to try not to spread it as best as possible, and wash my hands a lot and that kind of thing. Family's doing fantastic, Finite says, so most definitely a win in my life. There you go. Finite says, Clark, you're not supposed to let the baby lick your face when they're sick. Yeah. Well, the baby was vomiting and I was helping clean it up and whatnot. So I imagine that's probably, I mean, I thought like, there's no way. I told the story earlier, but I was like, there's no way I'm going to get sick. Meanwhile, I was cleaning up baby vomit from a stomach virus, like, duh. So, Coat with Sean's win of the week. I got to go to the MVP Summit last week for the first time in person. That's awesome. Congrats on that. And thank you for sharing too. How did the trip go? Was it overall like really cool? Nice to meet up with everybody, connect with fellow MVPs. For folks that don't know, the MVP program is Microsoft's most valuable programmer or something like I forget what MVP stands for. Microsoft Valued Professional. I think that's what it is. Microsoft Valued Professional. And it's like a nice little nod to folks in the community that help. Yeah, professional, most valued professional. Yep. Thank you, Ratza. It's Microsoft's way of like giving a nod to folks in the community that create content, help other people, mentor, that kind of stuff around development and Microsoft related products. So it's a pretty cool thing. It's a big deal to get that title, and then another awesome opportunity to you get a lot of perks as part of it. And then hosting meetups too. That's a good point, Ratza. Coach Sean says, I love the trip. I met a lot of Microsoft peeps and fellow MVPs. Several I know virtually, like Sinclairinator. Okay, but finally got to meet in person. That's awesome. Very, very happy for you. Cool stuff. All right, so getting into today's technical topic, which I need to change the category now appropriately to software. Oh,
Finite Singularity says, my friend asked me what the 9th letter of the alphabet was. It was a complete guess.
Yes.
But I was right.
Wait. My friend asked me what the 9th letter of the alphabet was. Why don't I get that? That's going way over my head. The 9th letter of the alphabet. I. Oh my gosh. Thank you for clarifying that, Code Sean. I is the 9th letter. Code Sean says, I host a user group that meets twice a month. I speak at user groups and conferences and very rarely stream. Yep, that's cool. I got you. Yep. How did I don't know the numbers of the alphabet, of the letters, the positional numbers of each letter in the alphabet. That's what I don't know. Coder with Sean. Yeah. All right, so we're in the technical portion of the show. Where we left off last week is promoting this project to production, a new release, basically cutting a new release, but automating that a little bit too, such that when we merge a pull request from vNext into the main branch, which if we look at the branches here, the 6 branches, vNext is going to be our development branch, if you will, and then when we merge from anything into that, we'll run a build task where it runs our pipeline workflow, which will do a build and test of the extension before it gives it the like check mark of like, hey, this is good to go. And then when we go to merge from there, or PR or any pushes to main, that will trigger another pipeline that will run the build and deploy essentially to the VS Code marketplace. Where I think we didn't complete though is some folks in the community. There's 2 different marketplaces that are out there for VS Code. There's the standard traditional VS Code marketplace run by Microsoft, and then there's like an offshoot version of VS Code that is VS Codium, I think it is. And I've had people open up an issue too where it said publish this to OpenVSX. So OpenVSX is the Open Visual Studio Extension Registry, extensions for VS Code compatible editors. So basically, it's yet another place where you can get more.
Sean says, I can't believe some people actually collect old magazines. They must have a lot of issues.
I get that one. Well played, Code Sean. Well played. Thank you for teaching me the word plethora. It means a lot. Yeah. I know G is 7th. I count from there. I got you. Marcus Voice Coder says A equals 1. Thanks, Marcus Voice Coder. Appreciate the help there on that one. I'm trying to see if this shows about where VS Codium is. VS Code has a product.json file that defines
Ad
basic.
is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds.
All right.
There's an ad running for 90. Finite singularity says a horse walks into a bar.
Okay.
The bartender says, "You come in here a lot, I think you may be an alcoholic." To which the horse responds, "No, I don't think I am," and suddenly disappears. You might not get this one because it's a joke about Descartes' famous philosophy "I think therefore I am." But if I explained that first, I would be putting Descartes before the horse.
It helps that the TTS bot says that name in that way. Because if I was reading that, I'd be like Descartes. Descartes before the horse. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound as good. Probably, I don't know what's the proper pronunciation of that name too. Thanks, Finite, for the laugh. And Code with Sean for the laugh from yours as well. Nothing about this talks about the VS Codium. VS Codium. So the free Libre open source software binaries of VS Code. So VS Code is a community-driven, freely licensed binary distribution of Microsoft's VS editor VS Code. So why does it exist? Microsoft's VS Code source code is open source, but the product available for download, Visual Studio Code, is licensed under this not free. What does FLOSS mean again? Free licensed open source software. So, and contains telemetry / tracking. According to this comment from a Visual Studio Code maintainer, when we, Microsoft, build Visual Studio Code, we do exactly this. We clone the VS Code repository. We lay down a customized product JSON that has Microsoft-specific functionality, telemetry, gallery, logo, etc., and then produce a build that we release under our license. When you clone and build from VS Code repo, none of these endpoints are configured in the default product JSON. Therefore, you generate a... Man, this is what I'm saying, like, where I'm still recovering. Like, I'm struggling to, like, catch my breath in some things. Like, and I just feel, like, soreness in my upper body still. Therefore, you generate a clean build without the Microsoft customizations, which is by default licensed under the MIT license. So, you know, I personally don't think it's like I use the VS Code distributed by Microsoft version. I don't have a huge issue with it. And to the extent of telemetry, I think I've shared with you all before, but I'll share it again. If you come in here and you search for telemetry in your settings, you can turn it all off. You can see I have mine unchecked. I have Crash Reporter unchecked even.
Finite Singularity says, lately I've been telling everyone I meet about the benefits of eating dried grapes.
Yeah.
You know, raise an awareness.
You don't have to stop. You can keep it going. It's fine. Just don't bombard me too much at once, you know? Rene Descartes spelling. He was French. Descartes is proper. Okay, Descartes. Gotcha. I like that one too. Finite. You can see a lot of other ones use telemetry that I didn't realize. I'm going to turn all that off. I even turned off the one for sneak. But you get the idea. You just search for telemetry. A lot of built-in telemetry and a lot of extensions that might enable telemetry have the option to turn that off. Would it be nice if it was just off by default? Yes. I would prefer that. But that's just not how they all operate. For GitLens to send any telemetry, both this setting and VS Code telemetry must be enabled. If either one is disabled, that's nice that GitLens honors the VS Code one. These other two I should talk to internally about Sneak doing that. Recognizing that if the internal one is turned off, then that should disable it too. I like that. Note to self. Let me take a little screenshot of this and send it to myself real quick here.
Code with Sean says, saw a person in the grocery buying a single roll of toilet paper.
Toilet.
Are they trying to quit?
Are they trying to quit wiping? Marcus Voice Coder says, I keep meaning to look up the meaning of the word procrastination in the dictionary, but I just cannot be bothered. Coach Sean says, I invented a thought-controlled air freshener. It makes sense when you think about it. You didn't TTS that one. And Marcus Voice Coder didn't either. All right, so that's my 2 cents on telemetry, folks. So what we can do today to bring it all back full circle now is we can set it up to deploy to the OpenVSX marketplace in addition to because most folks that are using VS Codium are likely using the OpenVSX marketplace instead of the traditional Microsoft marketplace, I believe. So, and this person even asked, and I don't think it's too much of a bother, can you publish the extension there?
With Sean says, whenever I think of the 80s, my first thought is of a boom box. But that's just a stereotype.
Text to speech, not just speech to text. Yep.
Finite Singularity says, picture this. A pandemic is unleashed by ticks that live on and around the mouths of alpacas.
What?
Global chaos ensues. The disease wipes out 99% of humanity and desperate survivors are forced to live in a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
The text-to-speech bot really does a great job of pronouncing everything. So, shout out to that text-to-speech bot. I saw somebody, maybe it was Ludwig. Ludwig had a stream and then a video from the stream where people were able to do text-to-speech in like, and they could choose what voice, and some people were choosing like Obama and like just famous people's voices. That would be kind of interesting and fun to do. You have a list of these dad jokes and phrases, Coach Sean? Nice. There is the dad joke like API, isn't there? All right, I got to create an Eclipse account.
Code with Sean says, someone stole all the lamps from my room.
Oh.
Are you mad? No, I'm delighted.
Laughing hurts too, man. Oh, I can't wait until I'm 100%. Like taking a deep breath. There's like a little soreness in the end of it. Is that weird? Is that normal? Or am I just getting old? Marcus Voice Coder. Code Rush hooked up Fred to the AI. Fred the blue dragon / lizard. That, yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's cool.
Finite Singularity says, I told Mrs. Singularity I was building a model of Mount Everest. She asked, is it to scale? I replied, no, it's to look at.
Oh man, these are terrible but funny. So terrible but so funny. You all cray cray. All right. I gotta create an Eclipse account to sign a publisher agreement. It is important to fill in the GitHub username field and to use. I should have done this off stream so that it would have been done probably already, but let me see if I can get away with doing it now and how quick they are to sorting this out. I gotta create a password. All right, bear with me, chat. I'm creating an Eclipse account. Excuse me.
Code with Sean says, man injured in bizarre peekaboo accident. He's in ICU.
Oh my gosh.
Finite Singularity says, my grandfather was terrible, but then we had our first child. Then he became a great grandfather.
Wait, what now? That sounds a little odd. I am human. Please click each image containing casino tokens. Are you kidding me? I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh my gosh, it's kind of confusing to me too, as a human. All right, I'm registered. Oh. What? Unrecognized username or password? Oh. It says what? I've tried both the email and... Are you hecking kidding me right now? Nonsense. Oh, I gotta confirm my registration, that's why. I am human, yes. Oh my gosh, I gotta click on more casino coins. What if somebody's like a gambler and like struggles with gambling? This is like a huge trigger, isn't it? Thanks for confirming your email. Your Eclipse account is now active and you may log in. Okay. That's why I was like, what? Okay, now I'm signed in. Log in and sign in. Sign the publisher agreement. How do I...
Code with Sean says I bought a new tank for my fish. I'm not sure why. They don't even know how to drive it. Finite Singularity says not everyone thinks of Cleopatra as beautiful. But
Okay.
That's how Julius Caesar.
Oh my gosh, this is involved. All right, so by making developer certificate of origin, by making a contribution to this project, I certify that A, the contribution was created in whole or in part by me, and I have the right to submit it under the open source.
Sean says every morning I would take my cow for a long walk in my vineyard. Yes, I heard it through the grapevine.
Oh my gosh. Father of my father was grand. Father of my son is great. Anybody tried asking ChatGPT what the password is? J. Walter bot. Why did the turtle cross the road? To get to the Shell station. Rat says, it sounds like the UX is bad. Should be log in with GitHub account. It should wire up. Yeah. So it's going through a whole thing, Bob here, like a whole song and dance, which some of it is understandable. Like they want to make sure people are sticking to the guidelines and stuff like that. But I got to make sure I can't just go through it quickly. So I'm trying to pay attention to you all.
Singularity says I poured my root beer into a square glass. Now I just a beer.
All right, let me read this next one. I don't know which choice. I certify that A. Do you just check them all? Maybe. So the first one is the contribution is created in whole or in part by me, and I have the right to submit it under the open source license indicated in the file. Or the contribution is based upon previous work that to the best of my knowledge is covered under an appropriate open source license, and I have the right under that license to submit the work with modifications whether created in whole or in part by me under the same open source license unless I am permitted to submit under a different license indicated in the file. or the contribution was provided directly to me by some other person who certified A, B, or C, and I have not modified it. Or D, I understand and agree that this project and the contribution are public and that a record of the contribution, including all personal information I submit with it, including my sign-off, is maintained indefinitely and may be redistributed consistent with this project or the open source license. What? Personal information? What the F?
Marcus Voice Coder thinks you look dehydrated and wants you to drink some water.
Thank you, Marcus. I really like the speech bot announcements like that. And now I can count that as redeemed, right? Switch over to that. Thank you, Marcus. I probably am a little dehydrated, so that's a good call there. So, anybody else familiar with this stuff? The contributions? It's saying that I understand and agree that this project and the contribution.
Singularity says Mini Singularity broke 2 of my Freddie Mercury records. Now he wants to break 3.
I understand and agree that this project and contribution are public and that a record of the contribution, including all personal information I submit with it, including my sign-off, is maintained indefinitely. What? So they're going to have what? My name, my email, and username? I mean, as long as I don't put any other personal information in there, I think I'm okay with that. I used Eclipse Foundation at clarkio.com as my email. That way I can filter easily on stuff. Just use Finite's name and email. That's a good idea. So I don't know if I should choose... By making a contribution to this project, I certify that A, B, C, and D. What am I reading? Thank you for your interest in one or more projects managed by the Eclipse Foundation. In order for you to make intellectual property contributions as defined below now or in the future, you must agree to the contributor agreement. If you have any questions about this agreement, please read the ECA carefully before accepting its terms. By accepting the ECA, you're agreeing to be bound by its terms. If you want to accept the ECA, complete the form completely, print a copy for your records. See, like, this is so, like, intimidating. That's the word I'm looking for. This is super intimidating. Why would I want to get involved with this if it's going to be this serious? What are we even trying to do, TypeScript Tea Time? Let's switch back to my screen here. So one of the issues that came up in the VS Code extension that we built, the Twitch highlighter, asked if you can publish it to openvsx.org. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. It's a good idea. I mean, given this was several years ago now, and I'm only looking into it now, but it is what it is. And so then I was like, okay, how do I do that? And they shared that with me. And it's saying that you have to create an Eclipse account, which I did. But then I have to sign this publisher agreement. Oh, maybe I don't need to accept that. I just need a publisher agreement, maybe? All right, hold on. Log in there. Click on the account icon. Then authorize the application with your GitHub account. Things might have changed since this was written here. I'm doing this off screen. What's the benefit of publishing to OpenVSX? There's people that use that as their official marketplace to download or to search for, find, and install VS Code extensions. And I'm willing to bet that like 99% of the people that are using that as their marketplace are using the VS Codium version of VS Code, which is the more open source friendly version of VS Code. Okay? And what we were looking at earlier to kind of, you know, round that out so people are all aware. What happens with the Microsoft one is they use what you see in the repository, the open source repository, but then they add a little bit of flavor, a little sprinkle of Microsoft on top in there, which I don't personally find to be an issue, but some people do, and that's fine, to each their own. The biggest thing that people usually have a gripe with is the telemetry stuff. But you can turn that off. So, and I have, and I showed people not too long ago, earlier in the stream here, a few minutes ago, how to turn those off. So I don't have a problem with it, but in order to maybe be open to more users, I can explore publishing it to this other marketplace, especially since somebody brought it to my attention. So that means there's an interest to use it in that marketplace. So got it. Thanks for the explanation. No problem. Thank you for your question. So I'm in the process. I created an Eclipse account. I logged in and I need to sign the publisher agreement. So I log in, or maybe if I go here. I click on that icon. Aha. Okay. Okay, that's what they were talking about. Okay. Maybe if I just read the directions. Wait, that's not what I... Navigate to OpenVS page. Log in with Eclipse. Un momento, por favor. All right, authorize openvsx.org to use your account. View basic information about your account. Grant the application access to submit and revoke your publisher agreement. Okay. Okay, maybe this is not as big of a pain as I thought it was going to be. If I just read the instructions. All right, and then what does it say now? If the Eclipse login is successful, you see a button labeled Show Publisher Agreement. Click that button, read the agreement, text to the bottom, and click Agree if you consent to publishing under these terms. Note that the Eclipse is a different agreement used to contribute code to the Eclipse open source projects. Okay, so that's what I was like reading the agreement on, and I'm like...
Singularity says my kids refused to eat leftover tacos for dinner last night, so Mrs. Singularity said to throw them out. I did, but now I don't know what to do with a bunch of leftover tacos.
My kids refused to eat leftover tacos for dinner last night, so Mrs. Singularity said to throw them out. So you throw them out. He threw out leftover tacos. Finite says, I did, but now I don't know what to do with a bunch of leftover tacos. You already threw them out. What more do you need to do? Is this another one going? He threw out the kids. Oh. Jeez Louise. Marcus Voice Programmer says, or Voice Coder. So I guess, Brian, you're one of the people that actually reads the small print. I guess so. That's what I was doing in the agreement officially. That's the funny thing is I was reading the fine print in the agreement, but over here I was not reading this that's on the screen right now that you see. Yeah, Green got it, Frackberg. I know. ERPII, not PPI. It's all a scheme to get all of Clarkio's PPI so that we can better tailor dad jokes for the stream. What's the benefit? I read that already. Okay, I'm all caught up. Thanks for sticking with me, chat. Okay, so I'm gonna show publisher agreement. We're gonna code content shall have the meaning set forth in the Eclipse intellectual property. Non-code content offering. Publisher account means a publisher account.
Finite Singularity says next week is Diarrhea Awareness Week.
Oh.
Runs until Friday.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. Thanks. I'll hard pass. See you whatever the following week is going to be awareness of. Thanks. Thank you next. License offerings. Any content submitted by a publisher where a publisher has not specified a license will be made available under the MIT license. Okay. Privacy and data protection. To the extent that you collect any data, I don't. Including without limitation. Removal of offerings. We reserve the right to elect to not make an offering available on the registry. That's fine. You represent, warrant, and undertake to Eclipse that your offering does not collect any information not fully disclosed in the listing. See, I do like this stuff, right? Like this is good for the consumer's rights. One thing you don't need with diarrhea is awareness. It comes built in. That's a fair point, Marcus Voice Coder. Very fair point. So, listing information that does not contain any does not collect any information not fully disclosed in the listing information, and does not contain any malware or malicious code, inappropriate content, material, the creation, possession, distribution, or use of it in violation of any law, regulation. Yep. Your listing information associated with the offering is not misleading. I know this is super boring, but like this is the stuff we should be doing before we sign up, so I'm painstakingly kind of doing that in front of you all right now before proceeding. Probably should have done this off stream to make it go by quicker maybe and be less boring, but it is what it is. You have obtained any and all consents, approvals, or licenses, including written consents of third parties where applicable, and have all rights required for you to make your offerings available in the registry. Yeah. I mean, I'm using all open source code and stuff. Is there a thing in No, I don't think Microsoft has anything against this. Otherwise, they would have come after this whole organization, right? By now, this thing's been around for years. Real world hacking versus hacking in movies. Yeah, TypeScript tea time. Section 8, disclaimer, limitation of liability and defensive claims. Duty to defend. You agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless us, Eclipse members, agents, officers, term and termination. Miscellaneous. Each party knows all notices that you provide to us under this agreement must be sent to the following email. Sure. No exclusivity. Each party acknowledges and agrees that the rights granted to and obligations due to the other party in this agreement are intended to be non-exclusive, and therefore that nothing in this agreement. What's up, plaintext nerds? How you doing, bud? What's good? What's your win of the week if you got one to share? No pressure, though.
Oh shit, there goes the channel.
Oh.
Text nerds just raided with 4 odd ones.
Hey. Thank you, Plain Text Nerds, for the raid. Welcome in, everybody, from Plain Text Nerds stream. Got a load of refactoring done. That's awesome to hear. Congrats on that. That's your win. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Thanks, everybody, joining in on the Plain Text Nerds raid. Happy to have you here. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Clarkio Shenanigans Show. I'm here every Friday at 12:30 p.m. on Twitch and YouTube at Clarkio. Is my username and handle. And we are working on a VS Code extension that's already been built, but deploying it to another marketplace. There's an open source marketplace called OpenVSX Registry, in addition to the normal Microsoft marketplace for extensions for VS Code. What's up, Sweeku? Welcome in. You got to go. Talk to you later. All right, Plain Text Nerds. Thanks again for the raid. Good to see you. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. So that's what we're working on. And I'm reading through the agreement that I'm agreeing to with this registry and Eclipse Foundation. I mean, essentially, like, doing everything in good faith here. So, should something arise, I think I'm okay. We may up this disagreement, a relation of parties, assignment, except as provided for below in this paragraph. Neither party may assign this agreement without the other party's prior written consent, provided that either party may assign this agreement. There's so much legal talk and shenanigans. It's very intimidating that
An
I'm
ad
like
is about to start in 5,000
not wanting to do this.
milliseconds. There's an ad running for 90.
Okay. By clicking where indicated to accept this agreement, the individual entering this agreement represents and warrants to Eclipse that such individual has the authority to enter into this agreement, and you agree to be bound by its terms. I think it's fine. Those are definitions, publisher accounts. We may revoke it. It's fine. Submission, approval, publication offerings, ratings and reviews, terms of publisher. I mean, I feel like this is the same stuff that Microsoft probably does too. No compensation. That neither Eclipse nor any licensor or end user of any of your offerings published on the registry shall be required to provide you with any compensation for the distribution or use of your offering as made available on the registry. Yeah, I'm not looking to make money off of this extension. All right, let's agree. Sweeku says, do you have a custom VS Code bindings or some hidden commands you think people should know about? We do. I'll show you that in just a second here. In fact, let's take a pause to catch everybody up on the extension we're talking about. This is the code for it, but it's also installed locally here. It's called the VS Code Twitch Highlighter. Bring it up here and just search for Twitch in the VS Code extension marketplace view here. And it's this one right here above my head. And what it does is it allows you as viewers to send a command in the chat to highlight lines of code. So what drove the interest in creating this was there were a lot of times the early days in my programming streaming career, if you will, where a lot of folks would come in and while I was working on different projects, they would say, hey, I noticed this problem here, or can you explain this code here? And I wouldn't exactly know right away, just from that single message, what they were referring to. So this whole idea was it can help bring my attention exactly to where they were referring to and cut down on some of the back and forth that would take place to try and understand each other. So what you can do is once I connect it, which it's connected now based on the message in chat, Twitch highlighter in the house. What's up, everyone? Now TypeScript Tea Time can go ahead and say exclamation point line 233 again, if you'd like. And what that will do is it will highlight that line given the highlight colors that I configure it to be whatever I want. And I can see it's from TypeScript Tea Time over on Twitch. Right, and so now I know, okay, that's what TypeScript Tea Time was referring to. Oh, the items parameter in this JSON is, or the items object in this JSON is got an issue or a typo or whatever. You can even include a message in there if you wanted to. I could see that you, Sweeku, also highlighted this. It gets queued up in another row below it. So myself and Parathon and a few other people, Parathon and myself contributed mostly the code, and then a few other folks, Control V. A few other folks also contributed to it. So Matthew Koslowski, Johan Fleury, and Technical contributed some code, or what's the other option here? I forget what that one is. Tests. Technical helped build out the new format of tests for us. So there you have it. And that's what it is. Thank you for the question, Sweeku. Appreciate it. Line 39 to 59. Why didn't that highlight properly? That's interesting. Oh, I think it has to be together, potentially. No, it should cut out the white space for you. Oh, there you go. Yep. Maybe because the hyphen wasn't attached to each end there like that. TypeScript Tea Time. That's why the first one didn't work out. And then I can, like, when I'm done, maybe we finished it all. I can say Twitch, remove all highlights. But also there's a view where right here next to me, I could see where the other existing highlights are. Oh, you know what? It highlighted in this file. That's why 39 to 50. So it doesn't matter that there were spaces or not. So it goes based on, this is the one limitation I think right now that we have in it, where it's only for the active file I have open. I think, I forget if we added it to where you can specify which file. So like if you did line 10 in readme.md, I don't know if that would work. Oh, I think it did. It did. No, it didn't. Went to line 10 in here. So we don't have it to where you could specify which file just yet. But there you go. Maybe we do. I thought we did. No, that's why it's a comment. We have a like an open item, work item basically to do the file. I just welcome a little bit of potential chaos where I can. In response to Sweeku, are you a QA person from TypeScript Tea Time? Yeah. Yeah, you can try all that stuff. I appreciate people trying and testing it out that way. What's up, Chris Jones? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in. Luke, I'm gonna I appreciate you want me to, I'll stand up. I'm just gonna manually stand up. Of course I'm gonna manually stand up, Brian. I'm gonna manually stand up myself, but not the desk. Okay.
Marcus Voice Coder wants you to sit your butt down.
Fine. Thanks, Marcus. Flossing in 2023. I know, right? Did you have any commands in VS Code that are useful or that you rebind? Oh, commands. I could show you those. Sure. Good question, Sweeku. Thank you for the question. I want to bring up shortcuts. How do I look at like my custom ones that I've created? The one that comes to mind is my one to refresh VS Code, reload developer window. I bind that one. And I bind that to Control R or Command R on Mac OS. And then the other one I use is Control Shift J. And that's to maximize the bottom panel. So when you have the terminal open and you want, normally it's like only part way. So let me show you, like if I come here and I open up the terminal. Or like, you know, whichever one you have, it keeps whatever one you have open in this bottom panel. But normally I would have to click this button. There's no shortcut bound to that normally in order to maximize it, make it full screen like that. So I have Control Shift J do that, because normally Control J hides and shows it in general, and Control Shift J was my way of being like a little modifier on that. So those are the two custom shortcuts I tend to use. Oh, filter by source instead of, oh, let me see, how do you do that? Can I sort this? It doesn't let me sort that. User. Control Shift R. Control or Windows R. Shift Alt W. I don't remember doing that one. Omit wrap abbreviation with abbreviation. I think it's about it. I don't have a whole lot, to be honest with you, Sweeku. I tend to use a lot of the default ones for the most part. Do you have ones that you like to use? Oh, wait, here's some more. Yeah, there's my maximized panel one. I don't know why it says Windows J. I think that's probably for Mac OS. That's why. It would be like the Mac OS key. Wow. How do you filter this? Oh. That makes it a lot easier. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Open next editor, open previous editor. Yeah, because on Mac OS, Command Shift and then the left square bracket and right square bracket do that for you. So I added that for Windows, but I rarely use it, to be honest. I always forget about it. All right, so that covers all of them. I knew this one. I knew this one. I didn't know that one. I didn't know these ones. And I knew this one. You can sort by clicking the top right button. Yep, I should have saw your message sooner. I didn't think this was related to the same view, you know? There you go. Hope that helps. Thank you for the question. You have keyboard layers where you bind VS Code shortcuts, so always looking for others. What are keyboard what do you mean by keyboard layers? I have one that makes the terminal larger, smaller. Yeah. I do that quite a bit. I mean, I just use command or not command or control plus and minus. Just make it all bigger is generally how I go about it. I know some people don't like doing that because it makes everything bigger, but I don't find it to be. I've been doing that for so long now that I've just gotten used to it. But I know some people prefer to just increase the font size of things. So, to each their own in that regard. All right, where were we? We were here. So I agreed to that. Keyboard lays are like the shift key. All your keys change. Well, instead of all the keys being capitalized, I have set to VS Code shortcuts. Oh, okay. Very interesting. All right, so now I need to create an access token. This is where I cannot show you on screen. I'm going to do this off. Off screen here. Okay, I went there. Click generate new token and enter description. GitHub actions publish token. Okay, generate token. Copy and paste this token to a safe place. It will not be displayed again. Copying. The publisher field in your extensions package JSON file defines the namespace. You need to create the namespace in the registry before any extension can be published to it. What namespace did I give it? That's the namespace. Oh, the publisher. clarkio. Yeah. You need to create the namespace in the registry before any extension can be published to it. This is done with OVSX CLI tool. The easiest way to use it is through npx, which makes sure you always use the latest version of the tool. Alternatively, you can do that. So run the following. npx, I can show you this part. I gotta run this in my terminal. I'm just gonna have to go to like this screen because I gotta like put this into my terminal, and I don't want you all to see that. Actually, I could do it over here anyway. So create namespace clarkio -p and then the token. Oh shit. Excuse my language. I gotta delete that token. Generate a new token. Okay, generate token. Copy that. Oh, and that view goes away after I copy it. I thought it would stay up. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna paste it in here. Enter. Need to install the following packages. Yes. Alright, sorry folks. I gotta do this off stream so you don't see it because it's got my token and I can't give away my token. Alright, create a namespace clarkio. Yay. Now what's next? Create namespace does not automatically assign you as a verified owner. If you want the published extension to be marked as verified, you can claim ownership of the namespace. I'll do that later. All right, package and upload. The publishing process involves two separate package and uploads. Two steps to package and upload. Both can be done with OVSX CLI tool. GitHub action, which I think I have a GitHub action already doing this, so go into that. Workflows. Deploy. We just commented it out. So we're going to add that. And we need to just make sure we add this token into GitHub. Oh, you can't see my screen, so let me share that real quick. So I went into my workflows. I'm on the vNext branch still, which... What were my README changes? We're going to undo that. Yes. Deploy. So basically, it was commented out before, and I uncommented, so you can see the difference there. I think I am going to change the README and the package JSON as part of this. But before I do that, I want to make sure I have this added into GitHub. So I'm going to do that off screen. /clarkio /VS Code highlighter. And I'm going to go to settings on this. Secrets and variables, actions. I want to add a new repository secret. I'm going to call it open_VSX token. Copy that value. And add that secret. All right. So in case anybody wants to see how I did that, it's very tiny because my monitor is vertical, but I went in here and I said, hey, new repository secret under the settings of my VS Code Twitch highlighter repository up on GitHub. Clicked new one. I gave it the name that it's expected and pasted a value in there based on the value of the secret that was generated for me from the registry. Okay. All right, so now that that's done, this is like this. I'm going to tell this to be a new version, not in the README, but package JSON. We're going to say it's 106 now. And in the change log, that is released. We're going to move this stuff down to released. Should have been done in the last one actually anyway. Save that. And then we're going to also release in here 1.0.6. We're going to say added support to publish to open VSX registry. And we'll figure out what PR that is in a second here. Because we're going to push this directly to vNext, and then bottom here. I need to set up some automations where it creates all this stuff for me. There's some tools out there that will do automatic change log updates and stuff like that based on commit syntax that you use. All right, I think that covers everything. Add support for open VSX registry publishing. All right, I'm going to commit and push that directly to my dev branch, which is vNext. Yep. Okay. So now if I come over, I think we can close that. Come over here. Go into here. Do a compare and pull requests. It's going to be, what did I name the other one? Back. Version V106. V1.0.6. Pull request can't automatically merge. Why? We'll let it run through all this. There's conflicts? Ooh. Well, we'll resolve those two. Let's see. V next. And main. Yeah, no shoot, Dingledort. Oh yeah, I uncommented that out. Why would that be a problem? Oh, I must not have git pulled origin main into V next, that's why. That's my bad. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all that. Gonna add that back in there. It's like I'm redoing all these changes again. Mark is resolved. I think I still want main for that, right? No, V next main. Yeah, we want main. Or branch main, not V next main. Can I preview this file before I... Let's just do that. And then this, it is now 106. Mark is resolved. All right, commit merge. Commit updates to the VNext branch. Yep. Files. Why is there 21 files changed? Should be just 4. Okay, now it's 4. Okay. It just didn't update. Here, whenever I click on it, it updates, but my checks, they're all running right now. Let's make sure that goes through. Then, what did I say? What else did I need to make happen? I think that's it. Wasn't there something else I said I needed to push? No, I think that's it.
Oh, hey Frankfurt 069 main, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate the follow. All right, now we just wait for these to work. And then what should happen is search for Twitch on here. There's no results right now. Okay. So what we're hoping for is that when I merge this branch, once all the checks pass, when I merge this branch into main, it should trigger that workflow, hopefully, the new one that we created, or the update, the uncommented one, right? It should trigger that, use that token, and publish it to OpenVSX. If that all goes as to plan, then we'll count today as a success. We completed something. We'll call it a day because I'm getting pretty worn out. Honestly, I'm streaming longer than I had anticipated today, considering my current state. Recovering from this sickness. Stomach virus. Ugh. There's gotta be a way to speed these things up, huh? I feel so slow. I guess if you pay for it, they give you a faster build. All right, come on, CodeQL. You're still initializing? It's taking 2.5 minutes. Right here. Error. Deprecated. I gotta upgrade to version 2. For better performance and improved security and new features. Yeah, I should probably do that too. Maybe that's something we could do next stream. It might be something quick we could do right now though. Alright, come on, be done. Be done with it. Well, while we're waiting on that, let's see. How does this affect me? What do I need to change? Alright, so upgrade. Open your CodeQL files in the GitHub directory for your repository and look for references to this v1. Yep. Auto build v1. Okay. These entries need to be replaced with their v2 equivalents. Alright, so we just switch them to v2. Alright, we'll do that next. Next time on Clarkio. Code scanning results. What? Taking too long. I want to be done with this. I'm shot. Peace, man. I'm out. Have a great weekend. All right, Marcus Voice Coder. I appreciate you, buddy. Have a good rest of your Friday and weekend as well. I'll see you next time. All right, now code scanning. Waiting for that to finish. Started 27 seconds ago. No new alerts. Are we done? All checks passed. All right. It needs a review, but I'm the only one here to review it, so let's see what happens. Doesn't make sense why all these commits are included in here right now with my latest. It's weird. All right, so now we should see on main, there's version 106, actions 1.6, build and test went. Uh-oh. What happened? What? I didn't push that. 5 minutes ago? Is that right? Huh. On push branches main. Shouldn't that trigger it? Am I going nuts here? Why isn't it call that deploy? Oh, because I have a name there. Should probably change that too. Nine minutes ago. Add support for OpenVSX registry publishing. Invalid workflow. You have an error in your YAML syntax on line 10. Excuse me? Oh. This should be tabbed over, maybe? Shoot. Let's see what this says again. Alright, how does this look to mine? I think my indentation is off here. That's why. Dang it. Freaking white space. Well, we can also do this. We can let's undo that. We'll switch to main and just push it directly to main. Sync. And we're gonna space that, space there, space that, Hellraiser, hey, what's up?
An ad is about to start in 5,000 milliseconds.
Wait until the ad's done, then
There's an ad
come get you.
running for 90.
You know what we're gonna do? I'm not gonna do that as part of this, but deploy to registries. Fix white space for deploy workflow. Yes. All right, that should fix it. What? Why is this failing still?
Well, here's the sleep shop's answer.
Invalid workflow file. Line 8? We have an error on syntax line 8. Oh, why is the name there? Okay. Is that how that normally goes?
Well, here's the sleep shop's answer.
No, name goes at the top. Get out of here. Fix. Duplicate. Name. Field. Alright. Hellraisers, win of the week. Discovered and implemented Pico Voice, open source Hey Google-like package into my Twitch Node.js chatbot this week. That's awesome, Hellraiser. Very cool. I should look into using something like that instead of the Amazon devices. I was talking about that earlier. There's apparently not fully disclosed or announced yet, but by a very seemingly knowledgeable and well-known security professional in the Amazon space, saying that people should reset their Amazon passwords, log out of all devices, revoke two-factor authentication, and restart from scratch essentially with your account. But I don't know the full extent or validity to it. But it was shared originally by Ian Coldwater, who's somebody that I feel is credible, that I've gotten to know online, not personally, kind of thing, as a security professional that shared it, and then they deleted it. So I don't know why they deleted it, but yeah. So anyway, we're talking about Amazon devices, and okay, so now the deploy to registries is working. So then, did it come up here? Hey! Hey, it's been published. All right, success. All right, so I need to figure that out too. So next stream, maybe we'll figure out how to become a verified publisher on both, because I know Microsoft's official VS Code Marketplace has this now too, where you can have like a little check mark as a verified publisher. And it looks like OpenVSX does as well. So there we go. We can close this issue now though too. Lip Lounge, hey, win of the week. Started task automation with Playwright for my non-tech day job. Nice. Plus convinced IT to install Linux via WSL on work machine. Awesome stuff. And thank you for telling me nice job. Thanks for sharing, Lip Lounge. Alrighty, so and you're amazing. patience for this to get implemented. It's now been published via PR here and can be found in the registry here. Close with comment. Look at that, chat. It's been a while since I've worked on open source like to this level. So feels good. Feels good to get an issue closed for somebody that took the time to bring it up and share some information on how to solve the issue too. So there we go. And you all got to witness it. All right. So note to self for next time, we're going to look into becoming verified publishers on both registries / marketplaces. And there was one other thing I wanted to look into. Oh, bumping CodeQL scanning to version 2 potentially, or maybe just removing it completely. Because I think I have Sneak already on here too. But yeah, Witness. Yes, you did. TypeScript Tea Time says. Hellraiser says, yeah, I read that as well. Pico Voice is really... Oh, you read about that too? That security issue? I'm glad I'm not the only one that's spotted that. Did you end up taking precautions around that, or what was your situation? Well, if you don't feel like sharing, that's cool too. Just don't worry about responding to me. Anyway, Pico Voice is really cool and highly accurate. All offline, can be run on Raspberry Pis, Arduinos, etc. And you can program whatever the heck you want your wake words and phrases to be. Could totally replace all your Amazon devices with custom devices, speakers, and mics. Nice. Oh, my green screen got all wacky. Or I hit the camera maybe? That's what I did. Yeah, you know, I might do... That's really... I need to take note of that, actually. Well, you know what? Instead of taking this virtual note, I'm going to say published to open VSX registry now. Next stream. Let's become verified publishers. Become verified publisher on both registries. And then code QL either bump to version 2 or remove. All right, so we should be able to nail that, and maybe even more next stream, because I'll probably be I'll have more time and more energy at that point. I'll be fully recovered from this, hopefully, stomach virus. I'm feeling like I'm gonna be. Like, I'm getting better. I'm just like achy, sore, stuff like that. But thank you all for being here and hanging out. Hope you had some fun. We did quite well playing words on stream today, so thanks and shout out to everybody that played that and got us to level 20, which was a high level for us. Not our highest ever, but our highest in a while. So that was fun to see. We figured out the Wordle. We talked about wins of the week, and thanks everybody for sharing those. We talked about my sickness, rocket launch, potentially getting to witness that. It's supposed to be scheduled for today, but I doubt it's going to happen because of weather, and it's going to be pushed to next week. So maybe by next stream, I'll have a story to tell about witnessing a rocket launch. We talked about eclipse.gg, which is this AI software that analyzes your streams and will pick up highlights for it. However, it's geared more towards gaming, so it did an okay job with my last stream. Wordle, Words on Stream, and VS Code extension work, which we published to OpenVSX registry and closed out that issue. That's kind of cool that we completed all that in one stream. So if you were here for all of it or some of it or part of it, as much as you possibly could, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you hanging out with me, lurking or twerking or talking with me. If you followed, subscribed, cheered, gifted subs, all that fun stuff, it means the world to me. It keeps me going, keeps me motivated. I want to keep streaming. So thanks for hanging out today. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. We're going to go raid somebody over on Twitch if you're watching there. If you're watching on YouTube, you can watch the recording over on YouTube, youtube.com/clarkio. If you want to keep in touch off stream, play Wordle with me still. clarkio.com/Discord, or connect with me on socials. There's all the links to that. All right. Thanks again, everybody. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday and weekend. I'll see you next week, same place, same time, okay? Friday, which is going to be May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I actually have off that day. So maybe we'll have some fun. I'm probably going to go out to lunch with my wife, so we'll start late, logistics-wise. Hold on, pause for a second, actually, before we fully end here. Let's talk logistics next week. I forgot that next week is Cinco de Mayo. Probably going to go out to lunch with my wife, which means I'll have a late start to the stream next week. So just a heads up on that for folks that are usually here or try to be here every week and are usually here at the beginning for the beginning dance. Just know that. I'll share that as well in our Discord. So, all right. I'll see you next Friday, May 5th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Twitch or YouTube at clarkio. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.